the reason Aaron's doing the meditation, that's one of the requirements to go to the principal's course, and they're going to have a graduation next Sunday. Good job. Our speaker today is one who has moved down her path quite rapidly, and she's staying solid with the words that she says and the feet that she's using. Rev Angela.
Good afternoon, everybody. The topic of my topic for the talk today is giving up what belongs to others. When I first saw this, I originally had that scratch on the head, like, yeah, there are a lot of things, that we experience, from like, say, 0 to 7 years old. We, before we're born, we're given choices to choose this life. But when we're in it, at 0 to 7, we're basically, given all of this information, and, we hear all these things, and we're brought in this world, and we really don't have, a lot of choices, yet we did choose. So it's kind of a very strange process to know what we're keeping, and if they really do belong to us, or do they belong to someone else. And so the teachers in our life ignite what we are to sustain of change. Wisdom that lets you know what they are. We get taught many things during our period of the 0 to 7, and depending upon the parents or guardians to care for us in the best way. We listen, we watch, and then monkey see, monkey do, right? We just sit there and do exactly what they do, and we say the exact same things they do. And for example, just recently I was saying something in the kitchen. I was saying some little term, and my dad was there, and he says, "Where did you get that from?" I said, "I don't know where I got it from. I've been saying it for years." And he says, "I used to say that all the time." And, I didn't know it was even from him. It was like I've been saying it forever. So we receive lots of things that do belong to us that we have picked up. So at first I was thinking that they didn't belong to us, but they really do. Many people think that these things don't, and there's that conflict. There's that troubling feeling of when, as you're progressing on in different stages of your life, we finally get to a point where we have this sort of like an epiphany of change, and we want to understand what we have collected, and it's become habits, right? But when we do find out that really this is all our own experience, and something that we truly made a decision to have, and be empowered to know that this is our identity, and this is truly something that we're going through so that we can grow and expand and go into higher consciousness. It takes a lot to actually admit that we actually did choose this, and you go through a lot. When you get to that stage, you go through many tears, and they're good tears, though. I was always told when I was young that I was too sensitive, and why are you crying all the time? Stop crying. And I was like, I can't help crying. You're too loud. It was, there was a lot of things that I experienced as a child, which, were harmful, I thought, that I needed to cry. But now I cry because it's good. It's so healing, and I totally suggest tears. By all means, cry. You know, it's the best experience that I have had, and really, the whole. I mean, I'm looking at my whole talk here, but I'm not even reading it. You know, it's like, this is your true identity. This is your choice to be here, and people, teach us as we move along, and to where we're going to go to our next step. And it really wasn't a bad thing. It was where we are and where we need to go, and what our next step is, and really getting to know ourselves. And change is such a big step, and spending time with self is so important. That is probably, honestly, the best gift that I ever got by being here and taking these classes, is getting to know me. I thought I did, I really did. I did some practices, I did some books, and, read books and took, seminars or whatever. But spending time in silence and really just loving yourself, it's huge. And we really can't put blame on, what we've experienced in all those years. It's really what our path was and our choice. And that's what makes us unfold as the onion, per se. And what we become, so amazing. And who we share this with is so important. Being with people, places, and things that are of something higher and better, when we finally decide that we don't have to do those things anymore, or be with those people anymore that are of not good health and wealth. And making those changes, we expand ourselves and are able to, love ourselves even more, really. Have that chance to be able to look in the mirror and tell ourselves we love ourselves. It's hard, very hard, but it's very special when we can get to that point. And then we generate it out. So I suggest, go to the mirror and love yourself. And that's how we could do this. Blessings.